World Cup himself. He's already qualified, like we said before. He's looking to just accrue more potential prize money and or practice.
Oh, hits all his shots on that opponent. Not enough with the long-range shotgun to take him out, but here's that rift goes off, looks to the skies, and he is dialed in right now. Z getting so many accurate shots, totally tracking them perfectly. We do still have a baller on that low ground. I believe I saw one. Yep. Q going right off the mountain there. Kuzumaki.
Yep.
Yeah, Kuzumaki. But Benji on this high ground, he's going to have to do a little bit of waterfalling down. That's when the players build the walls and the floors to drop down. He does still have that jump pad too, so he's in a great position now. Has another opponent making these rounds below him, and these two ballers trying to hang on to the mountain, take as little damage as they can, but Storm is strong.
I think he has put himself in the best possible position because right now Benji Fishy has to dive down, and it's so far that if he looks up, he could potentially get shots. We're gonna see if anything can come through. Now keep in mind,
so much health.
Benji, yeah, he's got the health advantage. He's got the heavy sniper as well. He could potentially blow through this person's builds. Right now, they're looking to make a play. It's down to 5 HP, the difference.
Yo, Benji, insane job there. Amazing, amazing gameplay.
I replied to that and said specifically, so you're going to play like a lord today then, yes? Because he has this history of literally, they call him T-Flu, being sick and just playing out of his mind for some reason. Things just start to click. Trying to catch a player on the fly and actually does get him in a box underneath. 123, trying to build up and stay above. Doesn't want too much pressure. Wants to maintain the high ground. Box himself in. Quick edit on the corner.
This fight though.
Back around. There is so much pressure from underneath right now. You do have players flying in. No traps in the inventory. The redeploy means it doesn't matter how high he goes.
Yeah.
He will not be eliminated by fall damage, but he could still get beat by somebody in the rotation.
That's really early for this though.
Very dangerous redeploy. Multiple players underneath. Luckily didn't look up.
Yeah, and somebody else is going to start challenging. I was going to mention how the fight was getting very extended. It's not a risk to falling and not a risk to get eliminated by falling, but look at his materials now, only 17, so we'll see what he's going to be able to do. Whether he's going to be able to hang on to this high ground. If somebody decides to fight him, he's not going to be able to fight for long. And then also, just blocking and just general fight mechanics. You need those materials to be able to do what you want to do. Now down on low ground, Kyer, nice edit to peek through towards the gatekeeping. Is he going to be able to get it? Yes, he does. One player was joining him from above. He's going to knock him down, force him to join the fray as well, but the edits, he falls right into his wall. Nice play.
Kyer got real lucky, that player dropping directly next to his own wall, meaning the quick edit, pump shot, and the elim. Looks for another, blocks him off. Maybe an edit, doesn't happen. Going to rotate underneath this young calculator, the player that he's got all the way down up above. But look,
they're showing us.
Look at
I know what's happening.
Look, yeah. Guess who's all the way in the sky? Tfue.
And look, he only built one piece on that entire tarp out, only one floor piece because of that glider redeploy. But saving materials, Tfue, nice shot there. Taking one elimination, he's got 2 to his name right now. What else is going to be able to find? There's 2 players left for him. 1 versus 1 versus 1. Taking some AR shots, pressuring through. He needs to maybe force a hole through. Not finding any materials yet. He only has 3 builds left, but they're starting to engage, and the AR shots coming from above. While that engagement is happening, Tfue, you've got to do it here. This is it. He could qualify based on a win like this. So what can you do? Nice shot on the devious. 1 more to find. Tfue, can you do it here? This is 4 points still on the board for him if he can get this elimination and the victory royale. It's ODFJ against Tfue. What is he going to be able to do? Remember, 3 materials for Tfue. This is a clutch of a lifetime right now. This could be punching his ticket to New York. Can you do it, Tfue? Can you do it right now? He's trying to force his opponent to fall. 48 builds up on high ground, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. He's got to knock him out. He does do it. ODFJ falls all the way down, and Tfue with the victory royale. Up all the way back. That was such a rough position for him, running out of builds and then knocking him down on high ground at the last second. What a play there. That could have been it, Lupo.
It's a barcode.
Oh my god.
You qualified before you were a barcode in solos, right? Yep. No barcodes have qualified. Confirmed.
We're coming to New York, baby!
Yeah, I'm
we
changing
love
my
the
name
Big
for
Apple!
this weekend.
Yeah!
Oh, he just went out the damn window, dude.
Pineapple 12.
Went out the window, dude.
New York!
Carl, you want to go out the window?
Our players joining us in the finals, and I mean the action today has been intense. From top to bottom, it's been tightly packed, but let's check it out. Honestly, first place, number one
Lupo's
spot.
coming
You
in.
saw the victory royale. Bala and Lupo called it out. I mean, coming in hot was Tfue getting that number one spot. Him and Ziff ended up tying at the 69 points. Unknown Army taking away the third spot with that top three at the end. FaZe Funk joining Tfue as well. Niddle, who we called out, saw him in there, and then you see Dubs, that's the seventh one. No, that's the player who qualified from week 1. So 6 more players joining us, and I'm sure you guys have thoughts. I mean, Lupo, go ahead. You can.
I apologize for storming the stage, but man, that tweet reply aged so well.
Yes, Tfue indeed. I mean, didn't look sick when he dove out of his window right after celebrating. I mean, huge moment for him, but also huge moment for so many of these players. Ziff, we saw come onto the scene during TwitchCon, and I remember quite literally walking up to him and being like, "Excuse you, but who are you? Nobody does this well, and I have no idea who you are."
I have a Ziff story too.
Right? Yeah, it's something. Go ahead, tell it.
He
man.
was sitting right next to me in the finals of TwitchCon, and he was popping off. I mean, he did it in the Heat 3, I believe it was, during the qualifiers, and then sitting next to me in the grand finals. I was just looking at this guy. I'm like, dude, you're going places, man. He was. I was
going to New
competing with
York,
him.
to be exact. And
My
again,
God.
we saw right there Unknown Army with another great performance, and call out to him, first controller player.
Oh,
repping.
really?
Gang, yep. Unknown Army in there for that. Funk Bomb in there as well, representing for FaZe. And then Niddle and Psalm. Niddle, he's been showing his consistency off. Knew he would get in there, slid in right when it mattered. And then Psalm up.
Schöner Headshot. Oh, kriegt er Damage. Er kriegt noch einen Kill. 60 Punkte. 60 Punkte, wird geriftet. Er lebt immer noch. 12 Leute jetzt. Nee, er wird. Schafft er noch die Top 5? Dann wäre er sicher dabei, wenn er die Top 5 schafft. Dann ist er 100%ig. So, er geht jetzt steil? Nee. Doch. Oh, 6 Leute. Komm, kann einer noch down gehen? Einer noch, bitte. Einer. Top 5, 62 Punkte. Das ist es doch, oder? Das ist es doch. Oh mein Gott. Fledermaus. Er ist in die Top 8. Was? Er holt sich noch. Pepe dort weg. Schafft er das durchzunehmen? Nee, er muss fighten. Schafft er nicht. 19 AP. Oh, was? Das gibt nochmal Leben. Nochmal 50.
Also wants to start thinning out some of these ballers. Generally, Europe doesn't tolerate a lot of this, but with some of the harder rotations through there has made it more difficult. Majin, though, taking advantage of this high ground. Beehive going down there. He's still going to start trying to crack through on these players contesting. The one player has just been looping over and over again onto the high ground to avoid getting through. That's the one player with the high HP ball left, but Osmo picks up a great trap elim there, but now Majin trying to pressure onto him. 14 builds left for him, though, so this high ground control is very tenuous.
I want to point out, too, imagine they're baiting the shot with a shotgun on the player that was about to rotate out in front of him. Actually did get the drop down in there. Looks like not picking up an elim for fall damage. 8 players left. But waiting up above and just timing that shotgun shot is extremely important. And it's actually rather easy to do on some of these players that are stuck in boxes because the field of view doesn't allow them to see that high and where they want to look down below. Picking up a back-to-back. Kristen, Rojo, both going down. Majin establishing the top here. One player directly above.
There's a 4-point swing for him too, pushing him into the top 5. You have Santo is single. You can go be single back in the lobby. Osmo in a fight with Flenny on the low ground, picks that one up, but needs to get himself back in zone. So now 3 players left. Osmo on the low ground, looking to find Campfire and then turn the stuff to Executor. Trying to find whatever space he can. The Campfire, will it be the difference? It is. The Campfire ticks are the difference for Osmo on the low ground. We say every point matters. We say every tiebreaker matters. Sometimes every